Radio Freccia. Libera come noi.
Oh, grazie a te, Shirley. Welcome to Radio Freccia. Welcome to this Italian radio that loves you crazy. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you.
Thank you so much. Where are you at the moment?
I'm in Los Angeles.
How's the weather? Tell me it's amazing.
It's not amazing. It's actually overcast today, which is highly unusual, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Yeah, come on. You're from Scotland. I'm from Italy, northern Italy, so it's always pouring over here.
Same where I come from. I like it, though. I like the rain.
You like the rain. I'm only happy when it rains, right?
Exactly. Ta-ding.
Ta-ding. Okay, so first of all, I want to talk about your upcoming album. When I say your, I talk about Garbage. This is your 7th album, studio album. It will be released on the 11th of June. And, from the lyrics of the song that you have already released, I could feel a strong sense of criticism. Would you say this is like the main theme of the album?
I don't think it's the main theme, but it's certainly one of the dominating themes for sure. I like that you said the theme is one of criticism rather than, a lot of people have said, it's very angry. And I don't think it is angry. Oh, that's my doorbell.
Who is it?
Who is it? And now the dog's going to go nuts. So
okay, how many dogs do you have?
Guys. Hopefully somebody's going to answer that door.
Okay. This is like one of those real life moments, COVID
yeah, this is a
changed,
moment.
Our habits.
Hey, Billy, are you going to get that door?
Billy, do it.
Where's what's happened to my husband? Oh, he's not here. He's gone out to the garage. Hold on one second.
Yeah. Don't worry. We're just.
Is that okay?
Yeah, because it's not on air. We're recording.
Okay, cool. Right, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting.
Don't worry. Okay, so this is the proof that rock stars are real people.
We are real.
You are real. So how is it
wild?
Like to deal with fame and to deal with daily things? How is it? Is there like a difficult way to find a perfect balance, or is it just natural,
No, we are a well-known band, but I wouldn't call us famous. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like Kardashian type.
I'm happy
fame.
For you.
But what I wanted to say about when you talked about the criticism of this record, I appreciate you not defining it as angry, because that really gets on my nerves when people say it's a very angry record. I'm like, no, it's just an opinionated record. There's a difference. And I feel like I am too old to be angry at this point. I'm now indignant and I want to see change. Like the emotion of anger is actually useless to me at this point. So thank you for describing it that way.
Thank you. I totally agree with what you said, because sometimes criticism is seen as something negative, as anger, but I think it is the start of change.
Yes.
You can change only if you're a critic, even towards yourself. So would you say there's hope for this world?
Yes.
For us,
Lord,
the young generations,
I believe in your generation and the generations that, are coming up behind your generation. Like, I believe, unlike a lot of people lately, I believe in science. I believe in evolution. When you believe in science and you believe in evolution, I believe in ideas. I believe that society will continue to improve. No, I feel very hopeful, actually. And I think the record's hopeful. I don't think it's it's talking about dark, difficult things, but I think it's a hopeful record.
So since you're living in the US, I was very curious to ask you about how things have changed, if they have, now that the president is Biden. Do you feel like there's a new beginning over there? Because, we all know that everything that happens in the US is very important for the rest of the world. That's facts, even in Europe.
Yeah, to turn a country the size of America around takes a long time. It's not going to happen overnight. I think Biden is a decent soul. I don't put all my faith in him. I feel he's a politician like the rest of them. And I'm not a big fan of any politician, quite frankly. I'm not a great believer in politicians these days, it feels to me very much like they're serving something other than the people. And I believe in the people. It's the people I care about. It's the people I support. I want things to be better for the people. And I don't really care how we get there. I just want it done. And I'm sort of sick of reading story after story in the press of all the corruption, the greed, lining their own pockets, cheating on their wives, being anti-gay and yet being gay in private, things like that. I'm just done with the hypocrisy of it. Like, make things better, do your job.
Oh my God. Thank you. You know what I like about your music is that you speak the truth, at least your truth. But when someone listens to garbage, we know that what you say is what you think. And I think that's the reason why your fan base, your fans are so passionate about you, because they find their voices represented. Do you agree with this?
I don't know, I don't know why people still like us. I mean, I can't believe that, I can't believe that we're 25 years on, in this band, and we still get to make records, and we get to make records because of the fans, Yeah. We don't really fit in anywhere. We're not part of a hip music scene. We're never invited to play all these like festivals with all the hip bands. We're very much on our own, and we always have been. And the fans have kept us alive and kept us being able to make records, being able to tour the world. They've provided a demand for it. And I mean, it blows my mind. I can't believe it. I can't believe the career I've had. It's nuts.
Can I tell you that I believe in it? That's why I'm so excited to have you here. Come on.
Thank you.
Are you like all the members in Garbage? Are you friends? Besides being, musicians, would you say they're your friends?
Well, it's complicated. Trying to explain what a band is like trying to explain what your family is, and that, is your family your friends? You wouldn't describe them as friends, right? No. But to say they're not your friends seems really aggressive and violent and awful. So they're family. I think that's the best way of describing it. Like, we love each other. We get on each other's nerves. There's conflict a lot of the time, but there's also harmony, like an extraordinary harmony. Like, when we're all in a good place, things are really good between us, and we really have a lot of fun, but it, isn't always fun. I'd be a liar if I said otherwise.
Yeah, I think family is the best description. And I think as every member of your family, you really didn't choose each other. It was probably fate that chose you, maybe. I don't know.
Yes, I think that's true. I think fate, though, chooses everything for you in the end, like your partner, your life partner, your animal, your home. Fate decrees where you end up in life, I think.
Yeah, you just must find a way to, do the better things for yourself according to your fate. I think that's, just listen to it. Okay, so talking about the things that happened in your life. You once said that if you had to choose like 10 things that changed your life, one would be acting. So I was very curious to ask you if you could pick up one character nowadays. If you could play someone, who would you play? An historical character, a fictional one, yourself in a biopic? I don't know. I will watch it.
I'm always, yes, I'd like to play me. I'm always attracted to the wicked characters, like the devilish. Yeah. And I love sci-fi. Like, I'm really into science fiction. So, Raised by Wolves. Have you ever seen Raised by Wolves?
No.
It's a TV show here in America, but it's a sci-fi series. And the woman, I don't know her name, but she plays an amazing kind of like robotic power superhero. And I'd be into her role. She's creepy. Okay. She's called Mother. That would be a good role, I think.
Okay. I wanted to ask you whether you have watched The Handmaid's Tale. Is that a TV series you've watched?
I have read the book and I watched the first 2 or 3 series. I gave up on it for some reason. Once Margaret Atwood, the writer of that story, kind of backed out of the series, I lost interest a little. But I love the first 2 series of that.
I was watching it actually last night, and I thought about you because I was so nervous to meet you, and I thought about you because in one episode, I know you're very close to Gwen Stefani, your friends, right? And there's this super beautiful scene in which there's this amazing bond between the main character and her mom, and they sing "All the Bad Girls," and I was thinking about you. Do you have like a funny story about, I don't know, Garbage and No Doubt, or you and Gwen hanging together? If you have something to share with me, like, it would be cool.
Well, you know, I love Gwen very much, and we have done a lot of like touring together, and you know, we emerged out of the scene together. I haven't seen her so much lately. I've kind of lost touch with her, but we were good mates for a while, and I have nothing but respect for her. You know, she's a hardcore worker, athlete, musician, creative. You know, I have a lot of respect for Gwen, and she makes it all look so easy, you know, and it's not easy.
I would
but
like
she
to.
makes it look, yeah, well, one day you will.
Yeah, you know what I wanted to ask you, to hang with you too. Like, it must be so, you two together, so cool, girl. Oh my God. And okay, so talking about women in the music industry, Emily, you know, the singer of Evanescence, she recently, during an interview, she said this, she shared a story about her career, which kind of shocked me, because she was telling about her former label when Evanescence started being successful, and her former label wanted her to be replaced by a male singer because they thought that a female singer wouldn't have much impact on rock fans. And that sounded horrible to me. And I wanted to ask you whether, you know, you have experienced something like that. And even if, you know, music industry has changed, because we still hear stories like those concerning Marilyn Manson that still are very shocking. So I just wanted you to, you know.
Well, that's a big question. They're two separate issues, you know.
Yeah.
With regards sexism and misogyny in the music industry, does it still go on? Absolutely. Have I been victim to it? Absolutely. Have I been victim to it as recently as yesterday? Absolutely. You know, I'm a 54-year-old woman that still gets treated like a child a lot of the time. And a lot of my achievements are ascribed to my male counterparts, you know, my male bandmates. It's perceived somehow that I'm like a child that gets, you know, pushed around and presented to the public. And that in itself is a form of misogyny. I've had managers, lawyers, accountants, all kinds of people treat me less than my bandmates, you know, and it's something I think women face in society all the time. And a lot of us are accustomed to it. I hope that I never get inured to it. Like, I always want to fight it, you know, and the older I get, the more space I take up and the less I smile for the male gaze, the less I excuse the male, the less I ask permission, you know, from the male. I just have a different perspective now than when I was young. When I was young, I really made myself small. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm in middle age. I'm going to fucking take up space. I'm going to fucking get mine. And I'm not going to make myself small anymore. I'm done.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, that happens to me a lot. And it's scary sometimes when it's not always like that, because I'm so lucky. For example, I work with mostly men, and they're older than me, and they're super protective, and they push me, and they're amazing. But out from here, it happened to me to feel scared to say, okay, I'm going to raise my voice, because even when you do, it feels like someone is going to make fun of that. Like, okay, why do you complain? It's not that bad. But where's the level of bad? Everyone has their own level. Okay, to me, that's bad. So don't do that. Come on. You always complain.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, you know, young women from a very early age, like when we're very small, and I'm talking like, you know, under the age of 2, we're sort of pampered and told that we're fragile, and told that we can't do this, and told that we can't do that. And then we buy into that narrative. And then as we get older, we lack the confidence to take up space, to air our views, to be opinionated. It's a cultural thing in the same way that men are told that they have to be the bread earners and they have to be in charge. I mean, it's all this bullshit. It's bullshit, really, that we're all told to fit into these little square boxes, men included. I mean, men are a victim of the system in the same way that women are too. It's not just women that are suffering. I think men suffer too, but they are the ones in power. They are the ones in charge. They are the ones who get listened to. So I don't have a lot of sympathy for the male right now.
You don't?
Not really. I mean, I feel, as I said, they get paid more than we do. There are more of them in positions of authority and power. Until that changes, until the female agenda, until the Black agenda, until the queer agenda is equally as represented in our culture, then my sympathies are going to be with the marginalized, not with those in power, you know?
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, in Italy, just like I think a couple of months ago, there was this incredible movement of, straight white men who decided to strike in the streets, saying that they are against any kind of misogyny. And that was amazing because they were the privileged ones saying this is wrong. We need to change it. And that kind of
awesome.
Yeah, that was so emotional and powerful.
Amazing.
Because, yeah, they may just not care because they don't feel attacked. They're not paid less. They're not offended if they wear a skirt, or maybe they are because they're men. They shouldn't be wearing a skirt or something.
Listen,
like that.
I'm Scottish. All men wear kilts where I come from. There's nothing wrong with a skirt.
Oh my God, it's true. Do you miss Scotland? Do you miss Scotland sometimes or not?
Yeah, my God. Yeah, of course I do, you know, but I miss Italy. I miss France. I miss all the places that we get to go to, you know. It's like, I love all places in the world. They've all got something amazing to offer, you know.
How would you describe your Italian fandom? Like crazy, I think.
No, I don't think so, actually. I think they're all very sweet and respectful. And we have never had a bad experience in Italy, not once. We've had nothing but magic. It's been always a magical experience, you know, whether it's, you know, Rome or Milano or, you know, Modena or Padova, you know, well, there's so many places we've been and it's been magical, like Trieste and, you know, like just beautiful country, beautiful people, incredible food, fascinating culture. What's not to love?
Thank you so much.
It's true though, you know.
And, you know, no, I'm going to make a link because I was reading an article about young people in Italy that they increase their use of video games. And I wanted to talk about you on Guitar Hero. Was that a crazy experience? I remember playing that. I mean, I cannot play. So I was just like trying to play. I'm only happy when it rains. And I think it must have been cool to just like create a digital version of yourself.
It was really cool and weird, but that was a long time ago. I'm amazed you were even old enough to be playing that game back then. But yeah, it was weird. Like I got to film on a green screen and I was all wired up and it was pretty freaky. At the time, it was so cutting edge. You know, I mean, now it looks kind of old fashioned, but back then it was like, oh, this is wild. This is the future, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I remember it. It was not so much, it's not a long time ago. It was 2009. So it's like 10 years or something more. Yeah, I remember it was
10 years is a long time.
10 years is a long time, but still, I remember that was so cool because you could unblock like the characters, and you were one that once you got better and better, you could unlock. I'm only happy when it rains.
I didn't come too cheap. That's cool.
No, come on, you're the coolest. Oh my God. Okay, so just to wrap it up. No Gods, No Masters is your 7th album. So it is criticism. It is, it talks about dark points of our society, but it also gives hope. And it has a kind of symbolism in it because there's number 7. I've read that there's a strong connection for you with number 7.
You know, I was kind of being a bit silly when I said that. I mean, yes, it's number 7, and yes, it's like our lucky record, lucky number 7, and 7, like, I think, represents rejuvenation, and that's what I hope for the world, and it's also kind of a biblical record in a way. I talk about God and religion a lot, and the hopes that I have for change. And so I'm talking, about deadly sin. I think racism is a deadly sin. I think sexism, misogyny, they're deadly sins. So it was kind of tongue in cheek, really. But number 7 is a really cool number.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I really thought there was like a very structured idea to just pick number 7 and talk about deadly scenes. And also, I don't know how to say that in English, like the 7 most beautiful places on earth. There's an expression in Italian, but I don't know in English.
Oh, like the 7 wonders of the world kind of thing.
Yeah, the 7 wonders of the world. So it was like maybe every song has a reference to it, but it was just
no. It was only once we finished the record, and I was looking up the significance of number 7. Yeah. Like, I wanted to know what the significance of number 7 was, and it seemed to really apply to this record.
So, okay, I hope you will be here in Milan as soon as possible, because here in the Radiofreccia, you can play like unplugged gigs in the studio that are on air, and that would be so cool, Shirley, to have you guys here. I'm not being funny when I say I really miss Italy. Normally I'd be in Italy right now doing press. Yeah. And I'd be around your people and hearing the language in the street and seeing your incredible cities. And I'm not being funny when I say I'm kind of gutted. This is the first time I've had to do press like this. It seems really weird. I'd much rather be in a room with you right now. But have you ever learned like a word of Italian beside, grazie, ciao? Have you ever learned anything else?
Oh, I'm sure I have over the years. And then right now, because you put me on the spot, I can't think of one single one.
No, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
Maybe like buongiorno.
Well, I know buongiorno and buonasera and buenas noches and all that. Well, not buenas noches. That's Mexico, where I've just come from. But yeah, there are words, but I just think they're not coming to mind just yet because you put me on the spot.
No, I didn't want you to. No, come on. Oh, no. Can I do the same? Okay. Just one last question. I've never been to Scotland.
Well, you'll have to fix that.
Yeah. Where should I go first?
Ooh. Well, it depends because I don't know you. So I would probably start at my city, which is Edinburgh. I would start right there, and then I would travel all the way up north to the Orkney Islands, which are kind of magical.
Horny? No, not horny. Sorry, I think the
no, not horny.
You put me on the spot, Shirley. Come on.
I love you. That's so cute. Yeah, very horny.
No, what's the name of the island? Sorry.
Oh, excuse me, Orkney.
Orkney. Come on. It was
Orkney
tricky.
Islands, but they're very horny. I love you.
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. It's brilliant. It's really brilliant. I love you for it.
Okay, so let's.
All right, my darling.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much for being here. I wish you the very best, for real.
I wish.
Yeah.
Thank you. And to you and to your country. These hard times for us all.
Yeah, it's getting better. It is
getting better. It absolutely is. So lots of love and thank you for your time. And
let's keep it horny.
Yeah, let's keep it horny.
Have a great day.
You made my fucking day.
Oh my God. They will make fun of me. Fun of me. Ciao.
Bye, baby. Thank you.
Ciao.
Radiofreccia. Libera come noi.